Okay, here we go.
Hi, everybody.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
And we cannot think of
Somebody please turn off your sound. Okay. So each photo will have 7 seconds. We can go back, but I want to look at them all first. And be aware the group of pictures has its own power, and then the single pictures each has their own message, but it's the group of pictures which bring together, cohere what the person has been working on.
The Monday group had other assignments, other type of assignments?
No.
Wow.
These are from Betty Frumkin.
That's for children.
What? No, it's Floyd Bennett Field. And here comes Carla.
Awesome, Betty.
Look at
Fantastic.
that. Nice. So we'll look at them singularly, you know, and any special requests to go back, we can do that. So Carla, thank you for these. So this is a day to respond, to observe, and to appreciate. Abstract Expressionism here by Carla. And the loveliness of spring. Our class was from winter to spring. And so we have much winter to spring. Carol. Now in the first picture, look how wonderful. Doesn't this feel like an opening of a window? I hope y'all can see that crow or whoever up there. Remember winter? There's a guy. And comes spring, reflecting itself in snow and water. Winter into spring. And the observations of us all. You all have beautiful objects that look different in different light. Carol Schechter. What an observer. Watch how she observes the interior and then the exterior. Squashed peppers. Very original. Icebird indeed. Are they birds? Sherry. Is Sherry here by any chance?
I made it. I'm in Savannah.
Yay! Welcome.
Waiting for my friends. As soon as they arrive, I'll have to leave. But I'm sitting on the porch, a rocking chair, watching with
Good.
you.
Look at the light. Look at the light on this. Always look at the light. Maybe we should have more time on each one. Well, we have some sound effects going on, folks. Okay. And if you like, I'll replay it again with a longer time on each picture. Dolores. Notice in Dolores's pictures here, the winter garden and the spring garden. Now this, I love this. This is how it feels. How it feels, New York in the winter. Now notice the winter garden. Notice what's growing in the garden here. A mask. But spring garden, the person is wearing the mask. Yes, New York has so much to offer, including that. Is Karita here, I hope?
Let's see, we'll find out in one. Karita is not here, sadly.
All right. So some people's pictures were very small and I wasn't able to make them larger. I may still be able to, but if your pictures look too small, let me know. And yes, we'll go back and look at these for a bit longer. This is the introduction. This is when you walk through the gallery for a walk and then you come back and look a little more closely. This champion photo. Lillian. Definitely winter into spring. Lillian, I just titled the whole thing Winter into Spring, although I couldn't move it, but yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
So we practically can see the snowflakes here, the ice flakes.
Is it gonna be an ooh and wow session?
Yes, unmute yourselves for God's sake. Forget what Sophia said, but
I
not
have
to
such
have noise.
reactions. I
Yes.
mean,
Yeah.
like, wow.
These
This
have
is
all
like
fabulous, absolutely.
stunning stuff.
Yes, yes, please do comment and applaud and whatever you think. Lois, I hope you're here.
Yes.
Good.
Gorgeous blues.
Look at that.
Reflection after reflection. It's beautiful.
The playful weirdness that we love. Well, we're hoping these pictures stimulate you all to do more.
This is Martha. I'm just so proud of my class and how much they inspire me.
Me too. Look at this one. I love this.
Cannot get around the fact of Amazon. They're the like 800-pound gorilla.
Oh, God.
They're the
Somebody's
biggest
down.
e-commerce website.
Turn it
Stuff
off.
online. So what we do?
Martha. Seeing and hearing. This one, Martha, I tried.
It's the Best Buy
Couldn't get it bigger.
companies, you know.
Oops. Sorry.
Yeah, oops. So spring is just budding here. Ice cream arrives. So this feeling that we may have had during this year of getting away, running, escaping from the pandemic, or how long will it be while we're all involved in this? Minda, the joy of color.
Minda's here. Everybody give a shout out for
Good.
Minda. Yay.
Yes,
Yeah.
unmute yourselves, unmute,
Beautiful work. Beautiful work.
isn't it? Minda brings joy to us every week.
Thank you for saying that. I'm
Now I know
very-
everybody's voice, I think.
From Bloomies.
Yeah.
Every month I'm paying my bill.
And here's a Mother's Day entry.
Fabulous stuff, really fabulous.
Yes.
Thank you, Manny.
Nikki.
Finally, the spring.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Your pictures are a little small, Nikki.
Well, I appreciate all your help in doing this.
This is Martha. I just love Veritas.
I know. I love this. These crazy days of pandemic when we couldn't actually go for a while anywhere. So, but looking forward.
Mhm.
Taylor, are you here, I hope?
Yes, I'm
Good.
here.
Okay. So that's Monday, and
Well, before we go, this is Martha.
yes.
And I just want to say, Taylor and I have been 2 classes together. And I so much appreciate her graphic arts. And I particularly love the picture you just showed because it's signs of hope.
Indeed. Yes. Well, I'm just going to run through these a little bit manually so that if there are specific oohs and ahs that people want to make, and then we'll go on to Tuesday.
So are you going over the Mondays again?
Yeah, I
No,
just
very good.
wanted to do it manually so that it just seems shorter than I imagined. So I just want to.
Oh, please do, because I was on the phone with the doctor. I missed all of Monday.
Okay. Whoops, that's supposed to be manual. Come on.
Oh, how do you get it?
So, yeah. So I hope that you all have been surprised by what you've seen by others and by history and by your own efforts, because it's quite impressive, the creative efforts that people have made. So this is
Oh yeah, if you can put it on Monday on again, I would love it.
we are. Here's Betty. Here's Betty's group.
Oh, wait, let me short the video. Who's
That's-
group?
This is
That's
Betty.
sculptures,
Betty's
exquisite.
group of pictures.
Betty, this is Martha. I've told people about your work because I was so very impressed with it.
Oh,
Thank you. Thank you, Martha.
I don't see the work on here. Oh boy,
Allison, Allison, go out and come back in.
what did you say? Go out and come back in?
Yeah, that should work. So Betty, so there is this feeling of being in the dappled sunlight of the woods, but this is such an early spring picture that it's just, it is like anticipation, one of the great feelings we all have.
Oh, this is beautiful. But the flowers are in bloom.
Now, why isn't this going?
Okay, I have it back now, Janice.
Good, I'm glad. Unfortunately, now it isn't going. Just what we need, a frozen screen.
Go out and come back.
Yeah. Knock them on yourselves.
Beautiful picture.
This is
One should just stand totally alone. I really think this tells a whole story.
Yes.
but I also love the focus on the maybe couple, and like just the closeness and the inspiration.
Also, they're meeting outside and it looks cold.
Yeah,
was
which is
cold.
appropriate for the pandemic. See, I see it as two old friends
Yep.
meeting.
Yep.
I like the way they're framed by the trees and all.
Yep. Oh my God, please. Okay. Garlic. That's fantastic. I mean, not only the texture of the garlic, but I immediately thought of roasted garlic, and it's just, I think this is from a cook. Somebody here is a cook.
Yeah, I like cooking, especially with garlic.
Yeah, I mean, only a cook would have this much garlic, so. Very nice.
And pink Himalayan sea salt.
Yes, I can see it. Yes, there it is.
That's my daughter's influence.
Very nice. And here we see a lot of, just in terms of shape, a lot of round and shape.
Beautiful cups.
Oh, they're English.
Very lovely.
Plain china.
Ah,
Very pretty. Nice.
it's just, a lot of this is an invitation to participate. You know, two people. Diane K, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, here's Diane Thatch.
Right. From my narrow world at Lincoln Towers. I see there's not a lot of content, but it's mostly what I could see from my window, because I didn't really go very far over the last few months.
They're wonderful.
How did you take this picture?
I took it through a lucite tray out my
Oh,
window.
how clever of you.
This is Martha. That's amazing.
Yeah.
It looks like an art piece that belongs in a museum.
Well, I called it Gaudi.
Yeah,
I like it because it shows, yeah, all our worlds got so distorted these past few months. And this
Exactly.
really sums everything up. This is very nice.
Very fluid.
Oh, yes.
I like that interpretation too. So again, another winter into spring, the melting snow. But notice her angle. So she's down a little bit. So this part is large and the puddle. And then when you look at the puddle, you do realize that the buildings are reflected in there. Snow in process. Snow under a tree. It's just, you know, fluffy and delicious.
Well, after they plowed all the snow away, but this is my favorite. I just love the look of it.
Yeah.
It looks delicious.
Whether it's a cloud or the snow, it just.
So this picture really got me because it looks like this building is transparent and you see the cloud through the building.
And also the other buildings reflected.
And
It's
then
very
there's a
beautiful.
reflection. It's kind of, this wasn't the surrealism assignment, but it could have been because it is so strange.
But also it seems to be a battle between nature, between the tree and the clouds and the beautiful sky and what man has made.
Yes.
This is Martha. I just think this is wonderful. I keep wondering where it is as a New York City person, but that doesn't matter as much as how beautiful it is.
Oh, it's right on my corner. We're being inundated with these gigantic high-rise buildings. and
Yeah,
it's just
that's the
one
part.
of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
The picture is beautiful. That's not a comment on the building. And then spring came.
Spring, et voila.
Spring came. And the colors are just gorgeous, stunning. Oops.
That was my contribution.
Very nice.
Nice work. Very nice work.
Diane.
I'm here.
Diane is a sculptor.
No, Union Square framed.
Union, oh gosh, I knew that. Sorry, I'll change it later. Yeah, sorry. Union Square framed. I mean, the sculpture is so thoughtful and profound.
That's a beautiful piece.
Contemplating all of history, and then
Wow.
see how many relationships are happening here? All kinds of things are going on.
Including the power of that light beam.
Power of the light beam right almost on the picture of George Floyd, and then
Oh, brings your
relation-
eyes right there.
Look at this. And these folks, dog. Of course it's Union Square. No, I didn't- Now, some of this is also about how many people, not how many, but that people were photographing a lot, as you can see. And then that 8th Avenue subway. So it's kind of framed by these two.
They're so different. One is so whimsy and the other one is just, you know, very, very where we are now routine, you know, very realistic.
And what I like about it is it's not only about the demonstration, it's about the world around it and about meaning. So yeah, it's by framing it in a different way, it brings up other things.
Also the
Madeline.
emptiness of the subway and the people, you know, the demonstration, so many people. I mean, that's very nice too.
And the little Tom Otterness sculpture.
Yeah, he's not a favorite artist of mine.
Well, I like Diane's sculpture better, but.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
do too.
he's a very nice guy, though.
I actually met him also.
He
Yeah.
must. Madeline, look at this batch.
Gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. Everything works. The mushrooms and the pears and the colors, these two and these two. And then somebody's here watching the shadows on the wall.
Like the socks.
Look at the textures.
And
Again, how she framed it. Look how she framed this. Yeah.
Okay, try it again. It's Martha. My very favorite are the feet.
The feet.
That's home. That's inside. There's a chair and shadows. It just makes me feel sad and happy.
Well, definitely emphasizes like an emptiness with the fact that there's no one sitting in that chair. You know, it's like a waiting almost. And this I love. I love your mushroom picture.
I know, great.
It looks like it's a painting. Flowers.
Yes.
It's like unbelievable.
I know, it's stunning.
Now, what is your pears on? I don't understand this.
They're on a transparent plate.
Oh, I see it now. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what led to the distortion of the table, maybe? That's a beautiful photo.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that.
What a sense of composition.
Yeah.
Shadows and light.
I know. The texture, look at this.
Right, yes, multiple.
And I gotta ask, like Taylor, are you a graphic artist?
Oh,
Madeline. Is Madeline here? Madeline?
Yes, sorry.
Yeah.
No, I'm not an artist of any kind. I just love detail. I think that's my entree into photography. It's the detail, the beautiful detail of things.
well, Madeline, I would disagree on your evaluation. You are definitely an artist.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially that first one with the darkness surrounding, the onion and all that. I mean, that's absolutely gorgeous. Everyone is a nice statement. I do have a question about your socks, though. Did you knit them?
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay. They're beautiful socks.
Thanks a lot. This photograph was totally accidental in a way, except after the fact, I decided I really liked it to represent the boredom of the pandemic.
Yeah, the waiting. Yeah. No, it's very, very good. Because you're the observer. You're like the fly on the wall.
Thanks a lot. I love being a fly.
Yeah. Thank you. These are each one's very successful.
Each one, yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Manny, are you still awake?
Oh no.
Is Manny still here?
He is. He's here.
Ah, bravo.
Yes, but barely awake.
I know. Okay. So here's Manny's batch. Look at the curves. This is a man who loves curves. And again, this batch works together. Texture.
That is incredible.
Look at that.
terrific.
Really nailed it with that. That's beautiful. You see the egg texture even. Now the next one I don't understand. What are we, not this one, but that one. What are we seeing? Snow on is it a picnic table or something?
Something like that.
Yeah.
These are, it's like 8 tables that are locked
Oh, I
together
see it.
by cable. And because of the snow, it looks like one piece.
That is incredible. The patterning in that. That's really nice. Thank you. The
What an
repeated
observer.
pattern.
Where was that taken?
Ganford Square,
Wow.
the
What square?
mid-market district.
Downtown.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Yeah, right. Okay. Thank you.
Amazing.
Okay.
One assignment was looking at kitchen still lifes.
I like the way the light is hitting the rim.
Yeah.
Kind of makes it.
You start
the
to
color.
see the details on the rim.
Yeah.
Oh God. The red bowls are also Manny's.
Yes.
Oh, gee, that's very nice. It almost looks like a flower.
Almost looks like a rose.
Yes.
Rose, yes. Oh, and this is the one I remember seeing it when you first showed it, of these people in the diner in the snow. I think, was there snow on the ground? I forget.
No, but this picture will be historic.
It's historic? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it will be historic. The outdoor seating. Here's the guy with the
Yes.
mask in case you wondered when this was, and it was now.
Oh, yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes, definitely. Oh. I think the mannequins are really very wonderful.
I know.
Oh.
Comments on Minnie's collection?
Well, they all work. They work.
I think they're lovely. I really like these.
Yes.
And especially
This is Martha.
special.
I've totally missed many in his work, but I just
Oh,
love the
thank
fourth
you.
one.
The fourth one, this one.
No, that one.
What is the name of that diner?
It's not a diner, it's one of those
shed.
wooden constructions, outside an existing restaurant for an outside seating. Suppose, like that was before they started to have people in restaurants, back in restaurants.
And
But
what I
So a
will
lot of
say is,
restaurants build,
where is this
like
located?
gazebos and some other structures to accommodate diners, like in an open space. But
Yeah.
it's not really open because they were all covered with tarps and nylons and whatnot. Anyway, this is one of those structures outside a Mexican restaurant on Blicker Street, I believe.
and what I
Bleecker
will
and where?
say from Martha before I finish is that one of the things I always loved about Minnie's work was how personal and how people filled it was. And that's one of the reasons I like this photo is great, but that's one of the reasons I loved the last picture so much.
The diner.
Yes.
The
That's on
diner
Quincy
picture
Street.
looks
Annie,
like
could you tell us what you were thinking when you made the mannequin one? Because instead their heads are like where the windows are and all. I find it interesting, but what were you thinking when you took this? I mean, don't you think?
I just like, what a find.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes, absolutely.
So these were mannequins in a window, is that it?
Yeah, it was actually they were stored. I mean, they're not on display, and the glass was frosted, so that's why they look like they're Blair like. But this is like frosted glass.
Is the windows a reflection of the building across the street?
Exactly.
Ah, okay. This is fascinating.
uh,
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
thank you,
yes. Very nice work.
Rose. Whoops.
Yep. Yep. I just wanted to say one thing about the picture in the restaurant. It really, you should send it to the New Yorker and have them put it on their cover.
Yes, it's true. That would be a wonderful picture. A wonderful cover.
Yeah, it would.
Thank
Yes,
you.
I
Thank
think
you.
everything you have works beautifully, each as individually and as a group, Many.
Thank you so much.
So Rose,
Many is a hard act to follow.
Yes, that is true, actually.
we got some real beauties here. Let's look at Rose's.
Oh my.
Oh, very nice.
So you talked about the photographer as being on a coherent journey. To me, initially, this was all incoherent. But now that I look at it, maybe it's not so incoherent.
Not at all.
Yeah. So it started out with winter and it ended up with spring, and in between it was surreal.
And look at this picture with the little flower coming up, insisting on coming up.
Right, breaking through to spring.
With
even
the
in
bicycles. It's
even
like the
in
most
even in
optimistic.
Canada.
It's
Gorgeous.
a very fragile picture. I think I like that because of
Very nice. This was on the invitation, I think. There was one invitation.
Right.
Yes.
Could have fooled me.
No, I'm just curious. I'm not quite clear. If this is the one with the orange, are those apples in the glass?
No, they're oranges in a blender. That was when we were looking at water and glass and distortions that they create. And then I decided to walk onto, I have a a back deck that was covered with snow and was creating an interesting pattern. So I decided to just put the beaker out onto the snow and see what happened, and it did.
This is Ruth. Oh, you're the one.
Rose.
Oh, this is Rose. Wait a minute, getting you mixed up. Who lives in Canada?
Well, I mean, I live in both places, but now I'm in Canada.
Yes. So that's Rose. Okay, thank you. Very
That's
nice.
Rose. That's Rose in context.
Rose, this is Martha.
Yes, Martha.
As you probably know, I'm weird, but I absolutely love the Haagen-Dazs.
Well, it's interesting in terms of the, are we going back?
Yeah, yeah.
I will say in the meantime.
Yeah, it was
It
interesting.
just fascinates me. And it's so true to the pandemic.
For me, I felt most comfortable. I mean, I liked the other things and I liked the other photos and I liked the fragility, although I've never seen myself as fragile, but I became more comfortable the more odd and unordinary the pictures became as I tapped into my own surreality or surrealism. So for me, I felt drawn to the eggs and the ice cream and the juxtaposition of the nails in the ice cream containers and the eggs and the red peppers. I mean, I liked the other, but I loved going distorted or unreal or juxtaposed in a different way.
Well, it's Martha again. While we keep seeing the eggs, I'm thankful.
Yeah, eggs make an appearance. They're so beautiful.
But the Haagen-Dazs makes me happiest.
I called the Haagen-Dazs one after party.
Isn't it strange? Sophia, I really hope you can postpone your meeting a few minutes. Yeah, look how strange this is with the chains, in the ice cream. After, like how you feel after you've eaten all three.
Right, the pain, and then the cafe bringing in the Canadian context where, you know, things are in English and in French. So that kind of takes it in another direction too, because the French are so elegant and controlled and delicate, whereas this is not delicate. This is the experience of the pandemic, and I enjoyed all of them.
Yeah, it's really excellent. Really excellent. And
this I called reconciliation.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
It's just beautiful. It is just elegance.
Oh,
Notice everything is green except the pink, even the background.
And the background is a big plastic bin that I was using to catch the water from a leak in my roof. So I photographed it from above.
Very lovely. Very lovely. And this knockout. Okay, onward to Ruth. This series is amazing. Look at these pictures. Look at the delicacy here from Ruth. As spring arrives, everything melts. There's a leaf that isn't sure if it's coming or going, kind of going. And this is dedicated, and I had it for Herbert. I just want to mention this is dedicated to Herbert.
Yeah.
It's just putting together some things that somehow hold together. They make, the picture it's mysterious, it's a dedication, It's very personal. This picture is going to have meanings that only those involved will understand. And it does ask us all some questions about how to characterize someone, how to create a composition that is strange but personal. Oh, God's sake, okay.
Oops.
And this very provocative photo, the apple in the snow. And by having this photo like this, it does bring up issues of Eve and the apple. A strange, but the picture works. Notice she didn't put the apple right in the middle.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites. This is Alice. The photograph of the apple. Oh, you took the one that's black and white without the sunset in the back?
Without the sunset or sunrise, yeah.
Without the sunrise. Yeah, this is one of my favorite photos of all. I mean, I love the idea of the apple sitting in the snow. It's surrealism, it seems to me.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
So you live out in the country too. This is Ruth, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And then this, which looks like an Edward Steichen platinum photo.
That's right. Oh,
Gorgeous grays and just a range of tone. It's beautiful.
oh yes. How
And
was that? Oh, and this one. Oh, yes, this one.
this is just a wonderful composition of putting together weirdnesses in the hat and the phone, old phone. And it's like a classic surrealist composition.
Yes.
Yeah. It should be in the Museum of Modern Art.
Wow.
Oh, yes, it definitely would belong there.
Thank you.
What a collection this is.
Bruce Beckman.
Just wonderful.
Yes, I certainly agree with that.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Sandra. So Sandra titled her group A Point of View.
Before you go, Janice,
Yes.
I just want to thank you and Sophia about giving us lessons on surrealism. And I thought the last set of photos were wonderful.
They're all wonderful. Is
Oh.
Sandra here?
Mhm.
So here's another where you see if you put water in a glass, you get an upside down picture if you're using if it's a reflection. This is kind of a different version of the photo of the snow outside a window. This is a more city picture of the rain outside a window. Winter rain and spring. Notice that Sandra put somebody right in the foreground here. And this is one of my favorites. I've had to argue for this one, but I love the wrinkled grapes.
Yeah. I think it's very beautiful.
It is.
Because you have different colors here. I think, well, the grapes might be one kind of grape, but there are gradations in the colors of the grapes. I guess some look red and some look purple. And the blackberries, some of them are a little overripe, I think. Yeah, this is beautiful.
Yep.
And the orange.
Yep. Yeah. It's wonderful.
And the orange on the bottom too. It's cool.
It's just, yes, and there's orange. You notice that the orange in the corner here. It's just, I really like that one. And then this with all of its layers of meaning. Glass is glass. Is Tatiana here?
No, she's not here.
Okay, well,
I don't think so.
Okay, then we're just gonna stay with who we have. Yeah. Again, I just want to point out I keep wanting to say batch, but the series, the glass and the glass. Glass and the glass.
This is Martha. I'm absolutely impressed with the different ways all of us use glasses.
Yes.
And I'm amazed by this. But they are all such beautiful pictures.
Could we see Tati's as well? Just a quick look at Tati's final stuff.
And then, friends, very unfortunately, we are going to have to end at 6:10.
Okay, thank you, Sophia. So we'll just cruise through these.
Thank you much.
This is winter, obviously. She got the big snow. Title is Winter in New York City. And this is Working New York. Winter Wonderland. You can see that it's ice.
Oh, ice.
And winter into spring.
Oh, hey,
I
that's
don't know
good.
how whether what's orange, you know, I don't know what the reality here is, but it's pretty
Yeah.
interesting.
Oh, I don't think there's reality there.
Whoops.
It's beautiful though.
And
Oh,
then another winter into spring. This one is a pretty stunning picture.
the one with the orange bush.
Yes.
Oh, it is stunning because you don't expect the orange bush. So
Exactly.
it's very startling.
Yes.
This is Martha. That is such an amazing picture. It should be exhibited immediately.
Yes. So I want to thank everybody for your participation, for your patience.
Thank you.
We've had some I have had some technological glitches and setbacks, but we've managed to come through and to create such a beautiful body of work. I'm so impressed with everybody's efforts because that's what talent is. It's effort.
You all have
time.
So much talent. Yes. We will have to end the meeting here. I'm so sorry, friends, to be the bearer of bad news. But please keep on with your photography.